Welcome to this little CCB video blog. I'm actually out here in my trunk. This is a little how-to revive soaked plastics. I'm out here in my trunk because right here in my trunk is that box. And this box has been in my car for about a month. And I've shown it a few times. I've talked about it on some of my lives. And if you can look in there, yes, those aren't burritos. Those are all kinds of plastics. I'm going to take these things up to my porch and then I will explain to you why they've been in my trunk for a month and how they ended up looking like burritos. Let's go to the porch. Okay, this is the story of how all these plastics got soaked. And I don't know if you know this, but when plastics get soaked or they sit in water, they turn white. They turn white because they absorb the water. And they get kind of this white sheen to them, where some of them get like really white. Kind of like ones you pulled up that have been to the lake for like a year and they're all like white and soaked. Well, how it happened to these was my friend Ash, he evidently had a bunch of these in a tackle bag, left it out in the rain, the bag was open. Most of the plastics, the bags weren't ziplocked, they were open. The bag filled completely up. They got soaked. There was water inside all the bags. They had sat there for like a couple weeks, 3 weeks. He's like, hey, I have a bunch of these plastics. They've all been kind of soaked. I don't know if you want them, but if you can find a way to, dry them out, they'll probably be good. So I'm like, all right, I'll take them. No problem. But there's so many of them. Because usually one way you can do it is to put them out in the sun and let them sit. Well, there's tons of them in here. I didn't have any place to put this many out and lay them in the sun. So I came up with this idea. And before I get into that idea, I will tell you that this doesn't always happen this way. It's not like you forget to leave it outside. I've had it happen. You're out fishing in the rain maybe. Or maybe you have some plastics in with some jigs. You fish the jigs, you get them all wet, you don't dry them off, you stick them in the box, you lock the box. You put it back in your bag or you put it in the trunk of your car. You don't fish again for like a week or two, so then you pull it out, and because there's moisture in there and it's locked in there and it gets hot from sitting in your car or whatever, suddenly you pull it out and they all are sort of light and have this white sheen to them. It's happened to me a lot, during my years of fishing when I was a kid and everything. I'd get some moisture in there, some water in there, not dry it out, seal it up, and then the next time I went to fish, open it up, the plastics are all kind of white and they've kind of lost their color. So it just doesn't happen because you set it outside, leave it outside in the rain, have the whole thing get filled up and soaked. But like I said, you can set them out in the sun, but when there's so many of them, set them out in the sun and finding a place to do it and blah, blah, blah. So I came up with this idea because I decided I needed something. Oops, they all fell out. I needed something to put them in that I could put them in loosely. Let me get one that's actually got them in there. Oh, they all keep falling out. But I could put them in loosely and would absorb the water. And then I decided, okay, well, I've done that, but where am I going to put them where they get hot? And that's why they were in my car. Because I figured the car is a perfect place. It gets hot all the time. And not only did I put them in this, so this absorbs, but when I first did it, because they were all wet, they were like soaked. So I kind of rolled them in it, got a lot of the moisture on this, which started evaporating and soaking the moisture off them right away. But when I put it in there, I actually put in some of these silicone bags. The ones you get with like your electronics and that absorb moisture and keep moisture off your electronics and your cameras and that. So not only did I put them in the trunk, I put some of these, figuring to absorb the moisture. Well, right now I'm going to go through it and kind of show you some of them and how it actually does revive them. Because I said all these, they were soaked, they were white. There was no way you could use them. Their color was not what it was and everything. But I think this worked. And so I'm going to go through, pull some of these open. I mean, these are some of them right here. Little robo worms, I think. But these were like totally white. They didn't look purple at all. And you can see sitting them in there and leaving them for a couple weeks. They're dark again. They got their color back. Like same thing with this. Little sort of creature bait there. And you can see this was totally white. It's still, no, it's good. actually is back to something you can fish. It has its color back. And like I said, there's tons of them in here. See, all of them came back. They all came back with their color. Let's see, I'll just keep going through. Oh, yeah, look at these two. These were totally white. I don't know what their original color was, but they're back to having color and not being white. So that's good. Here's some more little, I don't know, roboworm finesse worms. See, they're not white anymore. They got their color back. So yeah, it seemed to work. I said there's a lot in there. There's all kinds. There's like flukes in here. There's all kinds of other worms. There's like 12-inch worms. There's everything. And I said they were all pretty much worthless. So you wouldn't be able to fish them unless you did something to. Oh, here's some like mega flukes. But yeah, it seemed to work. And like I said, I'm not going to go through all of them right now, but I will probably come up at the end of this video, because I'm going to take all these out right now and put them into nice dry plastic bags. I'm probably not going to use these. I'm probably going to use these for giveaways because I'm on plastics. But yeah, there's a lot of great ones in here. And like I said, if this ever happens to you, somehow you get water in it or whatever, they get soaked and everything, try wrapping them in some, this is just regular, you know, paper towel. Wrap them loosely and put them in a box. Put in some of these silicone thingies to help absorb any of the moisture that's in there. Yeah, I let them bake in there. I said they've been in mine for like a month. But yeah, good way to revive plastics that are soaked and turn white. And that way you won't have to throw them all away. Alright, I'll be back, well, almost instantaneously on video, but I will be back once I get all these out of here and in plastic bags and show you all the different baits that are in here and hopefully the fact that it worked on all of them. So I'll be back in a snap. And I'm back. What was a snap of the finger to you was about an hour for me. That's right, it took me an hour, but look. Now they're all in plastics. Now remember, all these baits were just going to be thrown away. And there's a lot of good baits in here. I mean, I didn't even know what was in here really until I started going through it again. But, I mean, look, there's flukes. There's cool robo worms. There's these weird sort of, I don't know what those are, like mud dog kind of things. There's some creature stuff. I mean, there's just lots and lots of really good, now usable plastics. And we even have a bunch of big, huge worms. I mean, look at the size of those. Those are like 12 inches or more. Huge worms. These are expensive worms too. Yeah, but now I have it all. I have it all, and it's usable. I said there's lots of robo worms in here. There's like creature type baits. There's just there's another whole thing of like really cool robo worm colors. I said all this was gonna be thrown away because it sat for 3 weeks soaked in water, and they were all just white. You couldn't even tell really what color they were. It totally worked. So yeah, do what I said in the beginning of this with the wrapping them. Yeah, it's a good way to revive soaked plastics. Or if any of your buddies says, hey, you know, I have all these plastics, I don't know what happened, they got all soaked. You want them, I'm just going to throw them away. That's how I acquired all these. And now they're all perfectly fine and usable. So, reviving soaked plastic, guys. It works. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it helped you out. If this ever happens to you, now you know you don't have to throw them all away. I don't know how much money's worth in here. Probably like over $100, more than that. Especially for some of these big giant worms that he has in here. But yeah, there you go. Give it a try if you ever need to revive soaked plastics. Please join us for our next CCB video blog. Join us for our shows, our tips and tricks, our biology bites. And as always, come join us live. Oh yeah, give us some thumbs up. Share this video. And please, sub if you haven't. A lot of good baits here.